Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Radium, and today I have the second part of my Calamity mod summoner playthrough, where killing bosses gives me more summons. Last time we discovered some really powerful items and made a fair amount of progress, reaching hard mode by the end of it, but today that intensity only severifies. I can't wait to get into it, but before we do, I'm very excited to announce my official partnership with Shockbyte, so take this as a sponsored message if you will. Shockbyte are a server provider for various games, and are renowned for being one of the first appearing and highest quality Minecraft hosts, but in the present day their services go way beyond that. They offer various deals on games such as Terraria, 7 Days to Die, Valheim, Rust, Ark Survival Evolved, and many more to come in the future such as Hytale, where you pay a simple monthly subscription to have access to reliable and unwavering servers that'll be available whenever you need them. You can choose to have your server locations in various continents to provide a better playing experience for you and your friends too. As far as I can tell at least, there's no better way of doing such things than with Shockbyte, and to make it more accessible for you guys, by using code RADIUM at checkout, you can receive a 25% discount off the first monthly subscription you choose, regardless of the price it has. Anyways, I think I'll leave this here since I don't want this segment dragging out the video too much, but the link is in the description if you are interested, and yeah, enjoy the video, thank you. Okay, let's open that. Oh my god, we got a Summoner Emblem, that is incredible. That is literally the best thing I could have asked for. I'm not going to use the Demon Trophy, but I'll happily take the Pwn Hammer. And now we need to look at taking care of a new weapon, but first, I'm going to be adding another 2 herrings, or actually no, I'm going to add a Cinder Blossom to this team, because the summons are already pretty beefy by themselves. And I wasted 80 gold coins and got nothing. Thank you, game, very cool. I'm actually kind of stuck in terms of what I want to do for the beginning, because there are a lot of things I'd like to attempt, but we are still quite frail in terms of our characters, so I do need to be careful what I choose to do. Okay, the next thing I'm going to work towards is getting the Haunted Squirrel, so I need a bit of clay by furnace and then I'll just make this thing, with its fairly standard crafting recipe. Yeah, these summons are honestly so effective at this moment, Jesus. They are actually like shredding everything and just dealing with everything so easily. So we might actually have a shot at defeating some things. Alright, now we're on to the Soul of Light grind, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. Okay, so now it's time to smash some altars. Quite simply, it's not going to take too long. I just need to jump in there with Vein Miner and mine like 20 of them, so we can get a bunch of ores in our world. And then get the Mithril Anvil. Okay, Cobalt or a Calcum, and hopefully Adamantite because it's easier. But I'll understand if we don't get it, and oh, perfect. Alright, now it's time to do the most fun part of the game, farming up the hard mode altars. Oh, Bound Wizard, yay. That might come in handy at some point. Right, that should do for cobalt, I believe. There we go. And that looks like a cobalt pickaxe. And there we go, Oracle Commando, boom. We are making good progress now. I'm just so happy that we don't have to use crappy items anymore and we're actually capable of staying alive. But now all I need is 2 clay and then we're good to make another upgrade. Alright, there we go, and at the Mithril Anvil I think I can make it now if I'm correct. Let's see. Oh, nope, the only other block that we need is wood, and that is enough. So, we're about to get another upgrade which is going to be helpful, and it is the Haunted Squirrel. So, it's not appearing, is it? I can't see actually. Alright, I'm guessing the Wolfram drones are obsolete now, so they're these guys. So, I don't know what they do, let's just test it on the Eye of Cthulhu, I guess. Oh, they're actually good, they're like pygmies. Okay, that's really good. Okay, yes, we actually have a competent summon, finally. Yeah, that is so much damage. The only possible weakness I'm seeing is that they have low velocity, but this is miles better than anything I was using before, I'll say that much. Yeah, these dish guys are actually pretty tough, I'm happy to see that, but I was not expecting to have a viable summon straight off the bat in hard mode. Oh, they even kill the Ice Clasp as well, that's good. Because they drop an Ancient Ice Chunk, which is a weapon I need. Oh, Cryogen has awoken, okay. Alright, it begins then, I guess. Okay, let's take this slow. And let's get out of the ice biome for a start. I know that sounds dumb since he enrages, but actually, you know, nah, let's just chill here and see how it goes. Okay, and the issue with this fight is that they are grounded on, like, well, the ground, obviously, but the only reason I'm going to, like, win this is by running away a lot, and then getting to a better place so the summons can actually do damage. I think that's the best play. Okay, so let's resummon now, and just spam them and see how much damage we can get down. Yeah, it's not bad by any means, it's just, like, different. Right, there we go, we have 18 of these summons about now, so We just need to dodge and let them do the damage, I think, so hopefully they're capable of doing the damage. This might be something that takes like 10 tries or so, because you need to get so close to the boss in order for the summons to be effective. But yeah, this is definitely more possible than I imagined. Oh my god, that damage is unreal. See, it's such a bizarre weapon. Sometimes it's so strong and then other times it's useless. Oh god, okay, we're at final phase. Okay, this might be one of the longest final phases you guys have ever seen, but it really just depends on how our luck goes. So the goal is to move as less as possible and just let them annihilate. Yeah, that was good. That was good, for sure. Okay, now he's going to summon these things above him, so I literally just need to keep moving, and that's not going to allow my dish guys to keep up. So I'm going to de-summon them and think of something else to summon. Okay, we did it. Okay. I may have gone over the summon limit a couple of times there, but I do not care. We're up to 19 summon slots now, and that just got so hectic by the end. But we pretty much did that with a pre-hard mode loadout. Oh wait, never mind, I forgot the fact that I'm using a hard mode weapon. I'm on more and ignore me. So, from the treasure bag, we get the Cold Divinity, thank you. Never mind, actually. In terms of items, the Cold Divinity would be very cool to get, but I just don't think it's really reliable to obtain. So, yeah, we're not going to be going for it this time around. However, I'm very happy to have the Soul of Cryogen at least. That's a good accessory to have. Okay, so I'm going to be equipping the Soul of Cryogen eventually, but for the time being, I think I'm okay. So, time to turn to Fired Rune. Actually, no, since I'm not wearing the wings, I might as well keep it on for a little longer. You know, the operator does sell boss treasure bags, so if there's an efficient way of farming money, then I might actually go for the Cold Divinity. But more importantly, now I can obtain Daedalus stuff, and Daedalus gear is very powerful. The Summon Helmet is going to be amazing, so yeah, this set overall is going to be a massive upgrade for us. Alright, me and my army of morons are going to try and defeat the Brimstone Elemental next, I think. That sounds like a fun little challenge, honestly. Okay, we died, but we got close, so I'm going to redo that with buffs. Okay, let's give this another go now with our superior loadout and better stuff. By the way, the most dangerous part of this entire fight is the Brimflame debuff, because it overtaxes pretty much every regeneration buff in the game combined. Like, it's so strong. This boss actually feels easier than I remember, even though I died to it. Like, for some reason the attacks just feel a bit simpler and less predictive, because I remember these being so irritating to dodge a while back. For some reason, I feel like a lot of the Calamity bosses have actually been downgraded, if that makes sense. Like, in terms of their very eye, they're a lot less, like, fun for a start, but... Like, I'm not trying to complain too much, because it is still a great mod, but it feels like they're almost reversing in terms of their progress for the mod. Okay, come on, the boss is nearly dead at this stage, so this should be the final stretch, as long as this phase just doesn't go on forever. And, oh god, okay, alright, this might be bad. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's those kind of things that really annoy me about the game. You just get caught in hits like that so easily. And, you know what? I might try not to be boring, and I'm going to go straight for the final boss. So, rather than using this, I'm going to keep my amount of minions, because the Brimstone Elemental is a new slot for us. So, we've still got 20 summons, and I'm going to go straight for Calamitous. So, let's give this a go. Okay, maybe in retrospect doing Calamitous with that weapon isn't the best course of action, because it is awful against that. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the alternative is doing the mechanical bosses, which sounds a lot more fun, honestly. So we're going to start off with the Destroyer and work our way through them. Okay, that one's not happening either. God damn it. Honestly, getting a Black Hawk remote doesn't sound like a bad idea, so I'm just going to buy loads of Wall of Flesh treasure bags. Okay, we got it, thank god, okay. Now time to reforge this, and then we'll give some bosses a go. Okay, I'm just recalling one last time to be safe, but I think we have got it now. As long as I don't screw up in the last percentage, right? And I wouldn't do that, right? Yes, okay. That was absolutely disgusting of a fight, and I'm very embarrassed of that. But, I mean, we did do it, so that's... I'm just gonna have to take that and move on with my life. Okay, I know that Calamitous drops a magic weapon, no, summon weapon, sorry, so I'm gonna have to open another one and pray that I get it, and I didn't! Yay! Okay, I got it. Entropy's visual, this is it. One minion trio takes 2 minion slots, so we can summon 22 of, well, 11 of these, technically speaking, because I'm gonna take this up now. So, we have 22 minion slots in total, and 11 of those. Anyways, that's a pretty big army, so I want to see if this is actually capable of killing some things. The Black Hawk remote is a good backup, but I want to see if these guys can do damage. And I'm going to test these out on the twins once again, just to see how they do. Let's see. I don't know if weapons like these are good, honestly, but... Okay, they seem to be, yeah. So it seems like some of them stack, whereas some of them don't, but... They're kind of slow, a bit like the optic staff, so it might not be the best course of action again. However, it is still 100% better than what we were running before, so just keep that in mind. One thing that's great about them is the fact that they don't stop attacking. Like, I swear, I keep hearing that laser constantly, and while it's annoying, it's reassuring to hear. Okay, I'm becoming a cheese man. I'm just constantly using it now, and I feel ashamed. But at the same time, I need my adrenaline usage. Okay, the bosses are starting to get low, and I'm a bit scared now. Because I remember that the bosses go really difficult when they're low on HP. And yeah, I was right. Oh god, okay, this is where I die, I think. Yep! Okay, this might be its use. Oh my goodness, okay, I found a use for it. It's good against worms. And that's where its uses end, so... Ostrom DS early, let's go. Okay, we got it, but we still died. Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate everything right now. This game is just taking the mick, and I hate it. Okay, the game's starting to break, actually, with lag, because of how much stuff's going on, which is not a good sign. But, I mean, hopefully we can just finish the destroyer off and not have to worry about this annoying fight ever again. But I'm not actually that hopeful. It's just so irritating to do. Okay, I think we got it. Nice. Okay, finally, Jesus. A mechanical boss. Okay, there we go. Skeletron Prime done. So all we need to do is the bloody twins. And the weapon I'm about to get might help us out for this cause. So, I'm about to make a weapon called the Mounted Scanner, and as far as I understand, this thing is very good. Hopefully that is the case, but, you know, there's always a chance that it's just absolutely abysmal. Let's just see. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to do a recount of my accessory slots. Okay, so we have 25 accessory slots, so let's see what that looks like once I reforge that. Oh, and these things have been making Draydon power cells the entire time, which is really nice because I'm about to get so many of them. Okay, there's 100 charge, so let's summon all of these. And this is what it does. So this is a ring of things that fire projectiles, I guess. So let's try it out on Supreme Calamitous and see. So what are we looking at? And okay, I win. Yeah, I found the weapon that kind of breaks Calamity, I think. It took a while to find, but this is definitely it. This is definitely the weapon that brings me the happiness, basically. Okay, I guess let's give the twins a proper go now. The only issue is it's going to destroy one before the other, but that's okay in this case, because this strategy is just very weird, basically. Oh, it does switch aggro, though, if you're smart with it. So just doing that regularly is going to be very important in terms of this strategy. Okay, this is close. Hopefully we just end the fight now, that would be most preferable. And, okay, Enraged Spasmodism. Please just die, genuinely, this fight is so irritating. There we go, okay. Well, okay, there we go, we've got a Leviathan by the looks of things. So here we go. I guess let's just mine it until it dies and see how this goes. And she is 135,000 health, cool. There we go, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we finally did it. That's the Leviathan. So, this was where the episode was supposed to end last time with the Leviathan, but because of me deciding that this is going to be a 3-parter instead of a 2-parter, this episode continues, so let me think. First of all, I need to do a recount of my summons, so let me do that quickly. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have 27 minion slots, which is a couple, basically. So, I guess I'm just going to keep using the Mounted Scanner for the time being. It seems to be the perfect weapon for me. And yeah, this is definitely working. Okay, now I'm creating a new world because before we make any more progress in the actual game, we've got a little something to do. And in case you couldn't tell from my inventory, we're doing some boss and event grinding to compensate for last time, because people pointed out that we left a lot out. I promise I wasn't doing it on purpose, it was just because I didn't really have any purpose to do so at that second. Okay, whilst we do here, might as well do Queen Bee. I know this is expert mode, but it really doesn't matter since we can easily do all of these bosses at this stage. So I'm just going to let it rip on all of these, and yeah, we should get some additional slots. Alright, next up we have the Worm Food. Oh my goodness, and next up we have the Hive Mind, so there we go. That's another boss. And the Hive Mind should be really fast as well, and yep, I was right, god. Yeah, this Mounted Scanner is ridiculous. I think it's slightly loud though, so I'm gonna turn it down. Anyways, Crabulon time, let's go. This shouldn't be dangerous. I think we should just shred through the boss. And oh my goodness, this is slightly loud. Hang on. Yeah, this kind of damage is a little bit insane. Holy crap. Okay, we are not dying too much right now. Okay, now it's time for some events. So, Frost Legion. Okay, I can't summon the pirates simultaneously. That's fine. Okay, I got bored. Ultimate Bachelor, let's go. And this weapon doesn't struggle against, like, infinite hordes of enemies, which is pretty cool. Like, it just kind of works, and that is really nice for a summon weapon. Especially when you have, like, 27 of them. And I can have more than this right now, just reminding you guys that. Okay, that's the Frost Legion, it is done. Now, from the Pirate Invasion, it's very good because there are two separate things, because the Flying Dutchman is a mini-boss I get a summon from, and then the Invasion itself is something I get a summon from. Also, the fact that it locks the enemy's movements is really OP. Like, in situations like this, enemies affected by knockback literally can't do anything to get past these scanners. Well, we have a Dutchman, let's see how it does. And, okay, I don't think the Dutchman's going to be alive for much longer. Yep, it's gone. And that should be the invasion done. Nice. Okay, next up is the Old One's army. I guess I'll just flatten up my land here and just see. Okay, alright, Old One's army has begun. Let's just see if I can stand still the entire event. That would be quite the spectacle, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm just going to do a time-lapse of this and let the entire thing run, I think. Okay, I just learned that the Dark Mage doesn't spawn in this one, but there we go. We did it, technically speaking. And I'm very happy with it. Okay, simply put, I'm going to beat the Old One's army again in a different pre-hard mode. Oh, I got a coin gun! Oh my god, I didn't even realise. What? Are you serious? The one playthrough I can't use a coin gun, and I got the coin gun. Oh my god. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to do the Old One's army on another world, because I physically can't fight the Dark Mage to get the additional minion slot. And then we're going to go for a recount, and we're going to figure out how many minions I actually have. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31. 32, 33. 34. 35, 36. 36 minion slots as far as I understand. That is a fair amount. Now, the question is, what are we going to do with these minion slots? Because there are a fair amount of bosses that we can fight right now. And I think what I'm going to do is go for Plantera straight up and then just unlock more stuff. Okay, since I struggled so much against Plantera the first time around, I'm making a couple changes. There's the mechanical cut for inventory space, but also the Rod of Discord, which can be crafted in Calamity. The fish, really important, pixie dust, soul of light, all of that. It took about 20 minutes to gather, but Rod of Discord. Additionally, I have Ultimate Battler, so I could always run for it that way, but I'd rather not fight any enemies I don't have to right now. Oh, Plantera spawns naturally, that's always fun. Okay, guess I can give the fight a go, why not? It's kind of annoying that I'm not done preparing the arena and the boss decides to spawn manually, but that is okay. And this time around, I'm going to try and save my adrenaline for the final phase, because I feel like that's really important. The thing is, I'm not exactly getting overwhelmed right now. I'm kind of just chilling and the boss is firing a bunch of stupid projectiles at me. So as long as I keep tabs on the boss, then we should be fine. And if I activate an adrenaline during that final stand, then we can get rid of most of the smaller vines pretty much instantly. Exhibit A, this. Let's see how much we do. And yes, that helps a lot. That helps so much with all the smaller enemies. Perfect. Okay, and we should be good now. We've only gotten hit once so far, so this seems like it was the optimal strategy for this fight. Let's just pray it doesn't get any worse, but we should have this at this stage. It's just, yeah, this is simple. We took one hit the entire fight, another adrenaline usage, and that pinches off the fight. And also, we are up to another summon, and a Queen Bee, what? Okay, once we're back at base, we can speak to the Alchemist NPC, and he'll be selling a Temple Teleportation Potion, and boom, we can fight Golem now. Okay, I may or may not be stupid because I took damage from the traps like 8 times, but here we are, and once I'm healed up, we'll give Golem a go. Alright, no time like the present then to give it a go, let's see. So, first and foremost, this seems to be shredding the hands, which is nice to see. Yeah, this is doing amazingly, god. It is going to be loud because, you know, I feel like that's a given at this stage. And additionally, these weapons are good because they do damage even up here to the boss, so that is really helpful. But also, this is a boss that's difficult because in the next phase of the fight, it's very hard to target the boss. But in this instant, it's actually going to be rather easy, I think, so that should be an interesting spectacle. Additionally, we now have the Rod of Discord to help us out if we get stuck, so just going back and forth, jumping about and trying to dodge the fireballs to the best of our ability does sound like the course of action I want to take. Additionally, I'm going to pop an adrenaline now, and this should absolutely muller the head, and I was correct. So now we've just got to deal with this stupid golem body, which is rather annoying to deal with. But I believe an oval sort of movement should do it quite nicely, and we shall see. Yeah, we are barely dodging the boss at this stage, but that's okay. As long as we are dodging, then we're fine. And that was bad, but that's okay. And, I mean, yeah, it's a given that we've won this now, and we get an additional summon after we do this fight, so... This is really starting to go well now. Alright, there we go, with our guaranteed pixel. We'll open this for the sake of doing so, although I don't think there's anything we can get. And now let's start doing some more bosses. I've just realised I don't actually know where my astral biome is, so I'm going to have to look for it quickly. Okay, I found the astral biome. It's actually loaded in properly for the first time in ages, which is nice. But now that we're here, I'm going to reset the night, and we are going to attempt something rather cool. And the thing we are attempting is Arstrum Aureus. Let's go. Okay, we're done. Okay, that's going to take a couple of tries. Alright, option number 5, because all of our ideas keep going wrong, we're going to buy modded treasure bags, and we're going to see if we have the Leviathan treasure bag, which we do. Oh, we got it. Furious Gastric Belcher Staff. Perfect. I don't know how good this thing is going to be, but it's the next upgrade in this grand process, so I'll take it. Oh, thank God. This game makes me so unhappy sometimes. God. If it's any compensation, the Stardust Pillar's right here, so we can just grab ourselves the Stardust Dragon and sell. And then move on with our lives. And that's the pillar done. Sick. We probably are going to die still. But let's just try and pick up the Stardust Fragments and come back. I'm actually going to use both the Dragon and the Cell, I think, at least for the time being. I don't really have use for the Cinder Blossom anymore, so I guess I'll run with that. Okay, there we go. 40 Stardust Cells. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but let's have a look. And let's do Acid Rain. Alright, that's Acid Rain post-Aquatic Scourge Dance. That's another event down. Okay, let's go. It's Aureus time. Let's see how much damage this does. And it's respectable, but nothing ridiculous, I'd have to say. Unironically, the Gastric Belchers were doing better than these are, in terms of like straight DPS, so I might honestly keep running them. Yep, okay, Gastric Belchers are still my best summon. Let me fix that quickly. Oh, we did it. Okay, nice. Oh, we're finally making progress. That feels good. There is actually a summon weapon you can get from this, but the issue is that it doesn't consume minion slots, so I'm kind of skeptical about using it. In case you're wondering, the item we're looking for is the Titan Heart dropped from the Atlas enemy, I think. If my memory is correct. Honestly, I'm not expecting much, but I want to give our Stream DS one go and just see if we're anywhere close to being able to do it. God, that's annoying. I died to such a stupid reason. Are you serious? Oh my god, I hate this fight so much. I'm never doing this fight again. Thank god I'm stopping Calamity after this. I'm never playing this stupid mod again. Okay, there we go. God spawn Helix stuff. I don't know how good this thing's going to be, but I really hope it does something. Literally anything. Okay, I don't know what this thing does. Let's summon the Slank and just see what it does. And okay, it fires lasers. That's pretty cool, actually. I will definitely take this weapon. And the lasers home, so yeah, this is going to be a fantastic weapon to use. Okay, let's see how it does against a pillar kind of situation. Okay, so the projectiles, they travel through blocks, they pierce, and they home incredibly well with good velocity. So this is going to be our new godsend, I think. It's going to be the new mounted scanner, I suppose you could call it, and it's much easier to see and run when using it, so yeah, this is awesome. And in terms of single target DPS, let's see what it's capable of. Wow, okay, well I think that's pretty self-explanatory on what we're looking forward to when we fight the Moonlord. And there we go, solar pillar done. I only moved to collect the solar fragments at the end here, and everything else was just done by that absolute machine of a weapon. Okay, that's the nebula pillar done, boom. And now it is officially time for impending doom. Anyway, since we don't have fish from wings or anything, I'm not expecting to beat the boss first try, and we've still got a lot to do in terms of like pre-Moonlord gameplay. But I just want to give this a go and see if we're anywhere near ready for this fight. Well then, that was actually kind of easy. There we go. Look at that, we've done something. Jesus. And treasure bag, boom. So, I really don't know what to think of that, because that was very, very easy. Obviously, we're going to go straight to Stardust Armor now. I believe I have the ability to purchase the treasure bags, which is really helpful. And since I have 65 fragments, I'm just going to make the wings and armor straight up. From the chest, we got the Celestial Onion, of course, which is an extra accessory slot. So, I don't really know what I'll do with that, but I'll put something there. Okay, we should have enough Luminite for everything, so 111 bars is quite a lot. So, let's make the armor for a start. We get a lot of minions, but I'm going to figure out how many you get from the Stardust Armor quickly. Anyways, I'm starting to get excited because now we are ready to start destroying bosses. And by the way, I forgot to even reforge my Godspawn Helix. That was just the default weapon and it did that much damage, which is insane. I can't reforge it for now though. But anyways, I'm not going to make any more pre-moon or progression in this video. Because obviously, like, we want to save the end game for the final, like, installment of this series. So we're just going to grind out some bosses that we didn't quite get to. And the first culprit we're going to face is going to be the Ancient Automaton, also known as the Ravager. So let's go. Let's see how he fares against this. The Ravager is still a bizarre boss to me because it's so powerful, it does so much damage, but for some reason I still find it much easier than a lot of other bosses, which is kind of strange. But okay, the boss is being slightly weird, so I might need to go down to the ground. Okay, the boss is rather low on health now, which is a good thing. But the AI is being rather tricky to deal with, which is kind of annoying. But, I mean, we should have this at this stage. I mean, 3%. If I lost now, then I wouldn't deserve to be a Terraria YouTuber in the first place. And there we go. That is another minion slot, so we are up to 48. Okay, and there we go, truffle one. So, fish on summon. Alright, let's go. Let's see how these boys do against the Duke. And I haven't done this fight in a while, so I might be rusty. Let's have a look. No, this seems to be okay. Nice. But yeah, this is shredding the boss, like, really badly. Even though I'm inexperienced and the boss has 226,000 health, this weapon seems like the play. And the thing is, it's not even as good as the Gastric Belcher stuff, I think it was called. I know for a fact that that could do more damage, but this is just consistent, and I very much prefer that consistency over anything else. Okay, final phase. Let's just pop Adrenaline. This might be bad, actually, come to think of it, but let's just see. So now it's just about running back and forth and doing this. I think we've got this fight in the bag. Although the weapon is actually having trouble targeting the boss a tiny bit, because a lot of the shots are missing the first time around. And oh god, okay, I enraged the boss like a moron, but I think we're good. Nice. That puts us up to 49 minion slots. Oh wait, I forgot the Tempest Start existed. That might have actually been helpful throughout this run. God damn it. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end this episode. I know I haven't done Plaguebringer, but I hate the fight and I don't want to put myself through that stress just in case it turns out to be really difficult. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next one. Peace out.